Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Rooms of Wonder, our festive food celebration page. Now I've been looking at this. Now my first thought was, these are Scotch eggs, these are tomatoes, but no. Cherries, kiwi fruit, oranges was my thought. I'm thinking fruity pavlova. That's what I'm thinking. So that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to start with the cherries. Now in the polychromos, we don't really have a very good cherry colour. I am going to start with this red violet and see how we go. I'm thinking a morello cherry, you know, quite dark, but this isn't going to give us exactly the right colour. So we're going to have to go over in another. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep the thinner area a bit lighter and the inside a bit darker, so it gives it a bit of depth. So it looks like that centre part is where we've removed the stone. That was my thinking. This colour actually isn't too bad. Thinking about it, I think we might get away with it without adding anything else. Let's have a think. I'm just trying to make it neater and a little darker in areas. Okay. Now I think that's going to be okay. I don't think I'm going to add another colour for now. I'll have a think about it. Kiwi fruit. Now we have a sort of green and black and white, don't we, kiwi? I'm trying to think what sort of shade of green. I'm thinking the earth green yellowish might be the nearest that we've got, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm thinking, trying to remember what they look like. Is it green fleshy bits and then white seeds and a sort of, no, black seeds, sort of white middle with black seeds. That's how I'm going to do it. Now pavlova is meringue and cream, so there's a lot of white going on, but we may have to change that up a little bit so that we can see what we're doing, so it's just not all white. Okay, so there's our green. What I'm going to do is I want to do some black dots with the seeds. So I'm going to get a really sharp black. You could use a pen and do some dotting in this bit. And I hope it looks a bit like kiwi fruit. I haven't had kiwi fruit for ages. Right, there is our kiwi. Now these could be lime, lemons or oranges. I'm thinking you wouldn't want to eat a slice of lime or lemon perhaps, but orange you would. So I'm going to do them as oranges. Let's grab the orange glaze and do the inside quite lightly. And then the skin darker. Now there would be a white bit of sort of pith between the skin and the centre, but we've got such a small area that fitting that in, it would literally be that black line and those lines. You could go over them in a white pen to make them look white, but I think they look a little bit odd because none of the other fruits have got a white pen over any part of them. So I think it's better to just leave it as it is. There we go. Now I'm thinking this bit might be cream and this bit, and then our background, this bit, is the meringue and that's more cream. But I'm thinking we need to do it with some colour. If we just made it white, we won't really know see what's going on. So meringue, I'm thinking let's do a pink meringue. I see quite a few pink ones around, so let's do a pink meringue. It's quite pretty. And no, we're not looking very Christmassy at the minute. I'll have a think about that when we do the platter. So I'm going to use the light magenta. Is it ever going to show up for you? Not really. For now, I'm trying to work out around here what's cream and what's meringue. I'm just going to sort of leave the big fluffy bits as cream and then do the bits in between as sort of pink meringue, like that, and up here the same, so these little gaps in our pink, and up here we'll do a bit more intense. I'm trying to work out which way to go. As we have always made it darker on this side, on all of them we'll do the same thing. It's a bit darker here. Actually, I don't think we have on that one. Oh well, we started it this way now. It's a bit darker there, and sort of fade it towards the right hand side. Put a bit in there. There we go. And our cream, we can't leave white. I'm going to grab the cream colour and do our cream in cream. Sorry, I just had to stop the video and restart because I sneezed all of a sudden. I didn't have time to turn it off. I have to edit that sneeze out. Luckily I wasn't doing any colouring while I sneezed, so you haven't missed anything. Just a loud sneeze. I don't know what caused that sneeze to come all of a sudden. You can't really do a lot of shading with such a pale colour, so I'm just sticking it on like that. Now, how can we make this look festive? Well, we need a shiny base, perhaps, that's in a festive colour. We've already, I don't think choosing like red or blue is going to really work, because red or green, sorry, because it's such a mishmash of colour. So I think we need to do gold or silver. I think we'll do gold. We did a sort of coppery colour up there. We'll do more of a yellowy gold on this one, and I'll show you how I do that, I think. So let's start with a walnut brown and do a dark bit on the edge here and fade it a bit so we're less layers as we go in like that. And the same here, dark bit here, and fade it as we go in. But under this little rim we want some shadow. So I'm going to draw that in now. I'm going to still fade it slightly as I go towards the middle so it isn't quite so dark as we go around. And then we need, I'm going to put a dark bit on each of those bits there. Okay, now we need a lighter brown. I am going to pick, should we go that light? Yeah, let's go for the brown ochre next. I'm sorry it's not very easy to see. I'll just give it a sharpen. There we go. Now we're going over the top of what we've done already and bringing this colour in, quite significantly in. And here we just extend all these little areas just a bit, like that. Then we need our green gold. And we'll do the same again. We're not going to extend quite as far though, because we need room for, well, guess not. Sorry, the phone rang. There was no one there. That's a silly phone. So we are doing the green gold, aren't we? Now I can't think where we're at. I guess I was extending that and then adding it on this side. I think we'll put one more colour in, so we need to make sure there's enough of a gap up here for one more colour and some white paper. That might be a little bit tricky. Just do the best you can. There we go. So now we want our final colour, which is going to be the Naples Yellow. I'm just going to sharpen. So it'll be a little bit darker. It's not going to be one of our real brights. There we go. So the Naples Yellow. And again, right over everything, and then bring it right into the middle. And just leave a bit of white. And here, key is to leave some white. If it means you can't fit any yellow in, that's fine. Sacrifice the yellow to get a bit of white. I'm trying to get my head in a bit closer without putting my head into shot. So I can see. It's quite small, isn't it? There we go. Going to leave it there. So we've got our Pavlova. So that's quite bright and colourful, isn't it? We will do a little bit of white on there to make some shine. I'm thinking, I know it's meringue, it wouldn't be shiny, but I think it's just fun to add a bit there. And on our cherries, on the oranges, okay, here's a siren. Maybe just on the edge of the kiwis. It probably won't show up very much because they're such a dull colour. But there we go. That's us. So we're all done. There is our Pavlova. Tomorrow we have a very Christmassy looking picture, I think. I've got some ideas for that one. So tune in and find out. But for now, thank you very much for watching and happy colouring.